Another suggestion for adapting the notion of creativity to suit young children is to put the emphasis on the creative process, rather than to judge the quality of the products. This is because young children may not have developed all the skills they need to achieve a successful creative outcome.
Definitions of creativity are not straightforward, and many writers have contributed to the debate about what constitutes creativity, often hotly contesting different views. However, most theorists agree that the creative process involves a number of components. These definitions have been welcomed as giving recognition to the importance of creativity and the role of education in encouraging creative development. The appearance of creativity as an aim of the curriculum in England is part of a trend to recognize the importance of creativity internationally.
There is a balance to be struck here, because insisting on extensive knowledge and skill development can be stultifying. On the other hand, knowledge and skill are fundamental to creativity. Existing knowledge of the world is a starting point for young children's play. Creativity is limited to arts subjects. Although creativity is often associated with creative subjects, such as art and music, creativity is not subject-specific. Creativity is a way of approaching problem-solving that can be exercised in different areas. On the other hand, creativity does not take place in a vacuum. The way in which children express creativity will be different in different curriculum areas.
From an educational point of view in the 21st century, educators are preparing students to become a contributing member in a rapidly changing society, so creativity may be viewed with an influence on the human capital approach. Worthy of highlighting, as is it Sharp who suggests that creativity is the ability to produce an outcome of value and worth. Therefore, the outcome could be producing products or nurturing creative people, which in our current competitive capitalistic economy could be seen as an asset. To be original or to have originality is a facet of imagination that requires individuals to use their imagination to develop new ideas, thoughts or products that are original to the creator. Although, an important consideration here is, each child's creative abilities can be related to his or her personal stage of development. Therefore, it is crucial to understand that being imaginative or original may look different at different stages of learning and growth.
About 5 years ago, I began teaching at a 5-form entry primary school in East London as a Year 2 teacher with my own classroom responsibilities. Last year, I took on the role as learning leader for Year 2 and therefore I am responsible for supporting the academic development and well-being of roughly 130 children and assisting colleagues to ensure teacher standards are met to a high degree. Family and community play a significant role in the language development processes of the children and promote the mindset for higher education processes. The family is the primary caregiver of children, shaping and nourishing the thought processes. On the other hand, the communities are the first exposed environment of the companies. The families are responsible for shaping the competence of a child to speak in the mother tongue. Cultivating a strong feeling of community within the learning environment. In addition, students encountering difficulties pertaining to language acquisition or cultural adjustment can access counseling and support services, which are widely accessible. These services aim to promote the well-being and academic achievement of these students.
Creativity is another term that people attach word meanings to, but it can be difficult to define concisely into a single definition, as the depth of understanding behind it is more complex. As thought-provokingly suggests, the lens in which creativity is viewed is always evolving depending on societal or cultural changes. Therefore, answering, "What is creativity?" may reflect what is valuable or relevant in that moment in time to the people or persons. This is helpful for learners to understand so they can identify themselves as creative and imaginative beings in relation to their peers, or to simply recognize themselves as being imaginative within the creative process. Likewise, it assists educators in understanding and recognizing that imagination can be represented in ways that make sense for the learners within the developmental stage.
The curriculum should enable pupils to think creatively and critically, to solve problems and to make a difference for the better. It should give them the opportunity to become creative, innovative, enterprising and capable of leadership, to equip them for their future lives as workers and citizens.
Children do benefit from free play and unstructured arts activities. But left entirely to their own devices, children's play and artwork can become routine and repetitive. Children need stimulation and creative problems to solve. Adults can help children to develop their creative skills through play.
The Arts Council of England asked the NFER to summarize recent research and theory on creativity in early childhood. The work entailed a selective review of research and theory published between 1988 and 2000 and resulted in a briefing paper on the subject. This article sets out to update the earlier paper and to identify some of the principles involved in helping young children to develop their creativity in early years settings.